Before diving into the core of the story, let's start with a little background. A sinister mastermind known as the Maker manipulated time itself to forge his vision of a perfect Earth by ensuring no one could ever rise as a superhero. To maintain his grip, he formed a secretive cabal of villains, the Maker's Council, that governs the world from the shadows. The Eurasian Republic is dominated by a ruthless ruling triad: Pyotr Rasputin, Colossus; his sister, Ilyana Rasputin, Magic; and Arkady Rossovich, Omega Red. This region has become one of the only global centers of mutant activity. To tighten their control over mutants, the trio established Directorate X, a covert government agency dedicated to exploiting the extraordinary genetic abilities of mutants, led by the brilliant yet enigmatic Dr. Alonia Prostovich. However, no power goes unchecked forever. A clandestine resistance group called the Opposition emerged, determined to liberate mutants from the Republic's grasp and end the inhumane experiments. The story opens with forces from the Eurasian Republic flying near the border between Eurasia and Latveria, carrying the enigmatic Winter Soldier on board. Through conversations among the soldiers, we learn the haunting truth. The Winter Soldier is the result of a gruesome experiment stitched together from fallen warriors. They say that despite his horrifying origins, he has one terrifying advantage. He can never truly die, always returning no matter how many times he's struck down. Overhearing the discussion about him, Winter Soldier, aka Ultimate Wolverine, readies himself to jump from the plane without a parachute, leaving the startled crew who had assumed he was preparing to attack them in disbelief. Wolverine leaps into the air, diving with the precision and speed of a missile toward his target. The scene shifts to his past, where he is being hunted by Eurasian soldiers, stunned to see him alive after barely surviving a devastating airstrike. They grimly resolve to put him down like a wounded animal. Returning to the present, members of the opposition forces spot an incoming object, revealed to be the Winter Soldier, hurtling directly toward them before landing with a thunderous impact. Moments later, Wolverine obliterates the two opposition force members who witnessed his arrival. He then comes face to face with a terrified Nightcrawler and a tense, armed Mystique. Another flashback confirms that the Winter Soldier originated from the North American Union, endured the airstrike, survived a shot to the head, and remained alive through it all. Back in the Eurasian Republic, Colossus views the Winter Soldier as a dangerous liability and advocates for his elimination. But Dr. Prostovich believes a telepath's abilities could bring him under control. In the present, Mystique issues a decisive order to open fire on Wolverine. The devout Nightcrawler begins reciting Psalm 23 as Wolverine mercilessly eliminates the opposition forces around him. Suddenly, Colossus appears out of nowhere, but Wolverine's instincts tell him something isn't right. The two engage in a brutal fight, with the Winter Soldier quickly finding himself on the losing end. In a sudden reversal, the Winter Soldier counters effectively, viciously slashing Colossus, who is revealed to be Mystique, across the throat, sending her falling to her knees. Horrified by the gruesome scene, Nightcrawler realizes he's next in line. The story shifts to the past, where it's revealed that when doctors reconstructed the Winter Soldier's body, they wiped his memories completely, shaping his mind to serve their goals and ensuring his absolute loyalty to the Republic. Back in the present, Nightcrawler desperately pleads with the Winter Soldier, trying in vain to make him remember his true identity as Logan. Understanding he must now fight for his life, Nightcrawler is filled with regret at having to face a former ally in battle. He launches an assault, teleporting rapidly between locations while firing at the Winter Soldier in a frantic effort to gain the upper hand. When the gunfire suddenly ceases, the Wolverine picks up a faint scent. Without hesitation, he spins around and drives his claws deep into Nightcrawler's chest, piercing through to his back. Nightcrawler, gravely injured, cryptically tells Wolverine he prays he has the strength and reveals that the opposition forces returned for him after the Republic's airstrike. As Wolverine exits the facility, the narration shifts back to the past, where he was told that the opposition forces were his sworn enemies. In this flashback, a Republic commander lectures Winter Soldier about the divide between the Republic and the opposition, claiming the rebels could have offered their bodies and abilities to the Republic instead of choosing defiance. The scene then transitions to an image of Wolverine aboard the cargo plane, gazing at his bloodied mask and sniffing his gloves stained with blood. The issue concludes with a narration of Psalm 23, as Wolverine appears lost in deep thought. We are then presented with a heartfelt letter describing the harrowing struggles the opposition forces are enduring in their fight for survival. The letter reflects on the pain of losing loved ones, with the writer lamenting the absence of a dear friend and expressing hope that they might reunite someday. The writer fondly recalls that this friend used to call him by his nickname, Elf. Ultimate Wolverine issue delivers on every level. It's intense, it's brutal, and most importantly, it's shrouded in captivating mystery. Between shocking moments, like Wolverine's claws tearing through a nightcrawler's chest, we're left questioning what truly happened to Logan and unraveling the deeper intrigue at play. With stellar writing, stunning artwork, compelling storytelling, and non-stop action, this issue truly has it all. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. I'd love to hear them.